Hi bestie, I found you a book to read. Natalie K. Martin, Unplanned. This is my second book by her. Absolutely amazing. Starts very slow, but once you get into it, oh gosh, she talks just your feelings, emotions. She gets you, you feel things when you read her books. When I read her other book, All We Left Unsaid, which I'm going to review, I almost cried. That was like one of my favorite books. This one is a great book, but maybe not one of my favorite books. Anyway, she's highlighting, I think according to me, this is what I found to be very interesting in her book. I think she challenges our new ways of living as the younger or the newer generations, and she does it so graciously in a non-judgmental way, in a way that makes you think as opposed to judge. You know what I mean? So the first thing that she made me think about is this: the impact of our childhood wounds or traumas. This is something that we've been talking about a lot as this generation. This is something we're pretty much aware of. She's doing the same. I think she's joining the dialogue that we've been having, that whatever happens to you when you're young, the main character was left by her father. She was laughed at school for some weird reason. She had just challenges growing up like any other person, but how she experienced her childhood had a huge impact on on the decisions that she made when she was older, because she didn't feel like she was worthy of being chosen or of being loved. She, for example, was in a relationship with a partner for 11 years or something like that. And the partner decided to open their relationship because he wanted to see other people. She agreed to that because she wanted to keep him, even though it wasn't something that she wanted herself. She agreed to not wanting to having kids, to never settling because her partner wanted that. It was never what she wanted. So sometimes the wounds that we do not address, they literally do address us when we're older. So, which is why maybe it's a great idea to seek help, to unpack the wounds, because sometimes you don't know that there's a wound, and then when you go to therapy, you figure things out and you talk about them, and it's easier for you to recognize when you're trying to make those same decisions. So yeah, if you can afford therapy, go. If you can't, find ways to dig up your trauma. There's a lot of self-work. So yeah, let's address our childhood traumas and just wounds in general. She is also just tackling the importance of community, which is something that I struggle with personally. This is something that we've been working on in therapy, on and off. Sometimes I feel like, well, community is important, but sometimes I feel like it's so hard to build a community that is loving and cares for you, that you care for them as well, a community that stands up for you when you need them, a community that is there for you through and through. I feel like sometimes that it's easier said than done. It is very frustrating for me when I hear it all the time, because it feels like I'm failing at something. But she's tackling that, because when Zoe left Australia, so the main character is Zoe, she left Australia when her boyfriend didn't want her to keep the baby, so she was like, I'm going home. When she gets home, she's got community, she's got a group of people looking after her. She's got a best friend, she's got a mom, she's got just people helping her see through the pregnancy, but not by herself. So like, she wasn't by herself. So the importance of community. So if you like me and you struggle to find your people, let's keep trying, and we find people hopefully that are genuine and want to be there. And I don't mean in a passive way. I feel like sometimes relationships are just passive and boring and annoying, and people will say, be the friend that you want to be. You are the friend that you or the friend that you want. You are, but still, it's just sometimes it's really hard. So if you're like me, let's keep trying. It's so beautiful when you see it like from another person's perspective. I was moved and I thought, I want that for myself. I think the biggest takeaway in the book is you cannot run away from pain, like an internal pain, no matter where you go. Because sometimes you're like, I don't want to settle, I just want to focus on my career, and then you put your efforts, you achieve these things, but still there's just the void, because there's things that you need to face to face. So this goes back to childhood traumas and not resolving them, but in a sense that sometimes we say that I don't want to settle, I just want to travel and stuff, and we're thinking that these things are the things that we need, and these are the things that are going to make us feel okay, but only to find that we've done all these things and we still don't feel okay. So that's why you need to resolve stuff, face things, cry if you have to, feel like crap for 2 years or 4 years like I did, but then at the end of the day, you'll start to live life to the fullest like you are supposed to. I'm kind of living life to the fullest, not there yet, maybe 80%. There's just a 20% that I'm still trying to work on. But in terms of just being intentional about living and understanding that this is the only life that I have, I kind of get that. So yeah, you can't run. You go to school abroad, you go to school in a different province and stuff, you'll be happy for the time being, but then life will start reminding you that, hey, there's things that you still need to work on. I think she nailed that, because we are a generation that thinks that our decisions are the most beautiful and we are the only ones who know better about life and stuff. You know how we are, but then things, sometimes you're just not happy even with the decisions that we make and think they're going to make us happy, which is something that we need to think about. This book I'm going to give a 3 or 4. It's awesome, but it's slow. But in the end, it's amazing. There's light at the end of the tunnel. I love that about her, that she doesn't leave her books just leave you feeling very down. She tries to make you have hope in a sense, or just make you happy as a reader. I still will never forgive her for the other book. All We Left Unsaid, but she's amazing. She also just gives us a glimpse of what happened after the book ended. All We Left Unsaid, and I thought that was very wonderful. Love this book. Bye guys.